morning everyone. Just a little taster for you here from Wendy's personal Pilates for back exercises. So I'm going to take you down onto the mat. Just come down onto all fours to start with. But these exercises are always really good to do if you've got stiff backs. Really nice thing to do is just come onto all fours, and when we're on all fours we just make sure our wrists are beneath our shoulders and our knees are directly beneath our hips. And just have your eyes forward looking in front of the mat here. So taking a nice breath in to prepare, and then rounding the back. So we're taking the head down, we're breathing out, we're pulling the tummy up towards the rib cage, we're rounding through the shoulders, rounding through the lower back, tipping the pelvis forward and looking at the knees there. So now we've emptied the lungs of air, we're just going to take a nice breath in and just come forwards and bring our eyes forward and straighten the backs out again. So breathing in, here we go, and then just breathing out again. So rounding the back. It's a lovely stretch for the lower back, lovely stretch for the middle back and the neck. And then just breathing in and bringing ourselves forward again. So we can also add on to this. We can take a nice breath in here, and then just breathing out, we can push one arm forward. So try and keep the back really still, but keep that tummy really tight to the spine. So we're holding our abdominal muscles in and we're keeping the back really still. So on the out breath, I'm pushing my arm away and I'm breathing in to bring it back down. I'm visualizing I have a tray of drinks on my back. So taking one arm away and bringing it back in and switching the other. So we're keeping the weight sort of slightly more back on the knees, so it's not too heavy on the knees there. And then back, that's it, lovely. And then from here, I'm going to just take you down onto the mat. So I'm going to slide my feet away, come down to laying on my front. I'm going to place my hands underneath my forehead. And when we lay on the front to support our lower back, so we need to take a big breath in and pull that tummy up, and imagine there's an ice cube underneath there, so you've got to keep it off the floor because it's uncomfortable. Okay, so they're holding that up, but keep breathing, don't hold your breath. So we take a breath in to prepare, as I say, so that keeps the core engaged. Breathing out, lift the head and shoulders, but keep your eyes looking down at your hands, and then just breathe in to come down again. So think about keeping that tummy pulled up as we're lifting the head and shoulders. So this is working the upper back. It's helping to relieve any stiffness there. So we're lifting the head and shoulders and coming down. So lifting and lowering. So a couple more. And then I'm going to bring my forehead down, and I'm going to take my arms to the side of the mat. And then taking a breath in so the core is still engaged, I'm going to breathe out and lift my head and shoulders and bring one arm forward, and then bring it back down as I breathe in. And then as I breathe out, I'm pushing the other arm forward, and then I breathe in and bring it back down and out and in and out and in. One more each side. And then back down. And then we can do the same with the legs. So taking a breath in, I'm just going to lift up one leg, but I'm lifting from this big glute muscle here and down again. So my thigh is coming off the mat. So I've got my tummy engaged, I've got that ice cube still under my tummy, and I'm lifting and lowering alternate legs. So lifting and lowering. But you need the tummy engaged to just protect this lower back. Okay, so it's working the muscles in this back. I can feel it working, it's not hurting, it's not uncomfortable. If at any time this sort of thing is uncomfortable, then you must stop. Okay, so one more each side. And then lower those down. Okay, lovely. And then from here, I'm going to just bring you over onto your side. So rolling onto your side, you can take a cushion here and just place it on your shoulder here. Just grab mine. and lay your head down. So your arm is an extension of your spine, so you're going to take a nice long line there. We're going to lay in a long line, just bending that underneath knee to support. Just check your hips are what we call stacked on top of each other, and your shoulders are backed. So just looking forward. We're just going to lift and lower. So we're drawing the tummy in as we go up. So keeping it drawn in, there should be a little gap there. You should be able to slide your fingers underneath your waist. If not, just lift your rib cage up a little bit, and then you're working these core muscles as well as the leg muscles too. So keep the top shoulder back as well. So we're lifting and lowering. So this is all working the back as well, and the legs. This is a good all body workout, nice and long. And then bring that back down, draw that knee back up so your knees are stacked on top of each other. Breath in here, breathing out, let's lift that top knee. I've got my feet still together, so my toes are just rolling over on each other. Up and down and up and down. Lovely. Couple more. And one more. And bring that knee down. Lovely. So from here, I'm just going to sit up, push myself up. I'm going to swivel my pillow over and my legs round to the other side. Going to lie down and push the underneath arm away, so it's an extension of my spine. Place my pillow on top of there, small cushion there, underneath knee bent. I'm going to take a breath in to make sure I've lifted my waist there. I've got my tummy muscles engaged nice and tight. You've just got to feel them pull in, but still be able to breathe. Check your hips are stacked and just have a quick look. Yes, mine looks stacked. Placing my hand in front, and I'm going to breathe out as I lift my leg and lower. Now, I'm not just lifting and lowering, I'm pointing my toe. I'm tensing the muscles in my legs. I'm pushing my leg away from me, so I'm toning these muscles as we're going up and down. I can feel it in my waist, so I'm working my waist. I'm working my glute muscles. I'm working the muscles in my back and in my core. So this is working all sorts of areas to keep us nice and strong and have a leaner look about us. So a couple more. Lovely. Now just bring that down and just bring the feet together. Just bring the knees up a little bit. Take a breath in here, breathing out. Let's just open that top knee and lower. Open that top knee and lower. Open and lower. Making sure the top shoulder's back and you're not kind of falling forwards. Open and lower. Two more. One and two. Lovely. And bring those together. If your hip's aching at this stage, you can give it a little rub. Should be feeling okay. And then just going to change your position for you again, just so I can show you some variations of different things we can do to support the back. So just come over onto your bottom, and you can bring the soles of your feet together. Have a little stretch forward. Take a breath in, pull the tummy in, and just reach forward over your feet. As simple as that. So it's stretching into the lower back. Just open the legs there, just to work the hips a little bit. So breathing out. And then just take a breath in. Just bring yourself up nice and tall. So very simply, breath in to prepare, to pull the core in, and breathing out is just rolling forward to stretch into that lower back. And then take a breath in and breathe out as you come up. So sitting nice and tall, we can sit with the knees bent. And take a breath in here, and we can just take our arms forward and breathe out as we stretch forward. And breathe in as we come back. So pull and open the chest. So breathing in deeply, filling those lungs. And breathe out as we stretch forward. And breathe in as we come back. And we'll do the same again. And then just come back nice and tall. So just sitting with the legs long or the knees bent if you need to help you have that straight back. Holding the arms in front, we're going to curl forward so we stretch the lower back. So taking a big breath in and then just breathing out. Just push yourself forward, push your arms forward, holding that core to the back there, breathing all the air out. And then just breathe in and then breathe out, but hold that tummy to the spine as you come up and shoulders down. Same again, breath in to prepare, breathing out, fold forward, squeeze yourselves forward. So reaching to your toes, don't worry if you can't reach as far as me. Breath in and breathing out. I do lots of classes a week and then come back. And let's go again. And then let's come back. Lovely. Okay, so let's just stretch out. Let's just cross one knee over and we're going to take a hold of this knee and hug it and stretch round. So again, we're stretching into the hips and the glutes, and we're stretching into the back there as we turn. So you can join me anytime. I do run classes on Zoom 3 times a week, Mondays and Fridays at 10:30, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. to help those that have to work. And when we can start running live classes again in the hall, I'll be back in the village halls near you soon. But loving these classes from home. They're really good to do. Let's just switch sides. They're really fun to do. They're in the comfort and privacy of your own home. And the nice thing is you don't have any cost to run and go anywhere. And as soon as you finish, you can go and join your families or whatever they're doing. Just nice squeeze the other side. Lovely. Okay, so just uncurl yourselves there and then just come over onto all fours to get yourselves back up. So come onto your hands and knees, taking a breath in, rounding the back, have a lovely little stretch there, looking at the tops of the legs, breathing out, straighten up, looking in front of you, curl your toes under, push your bottom into the air. I call this one downward facing dog. It's a bit of a yoga pose. Push down into your heels, round the back, stretch there, and then walk your hands and feet together very slowly, taking a breath in, drawing the core up into the back there, so pull your tummies in, keep the head down so your chin's kind of on your chest, let your arms and hands dangle loosely as you roll up slowly, and come back up into nice tall standing, roll the shoulders. Lovely, there we go. So hopefully your back should feel a little bit more mobilised now. So say my name's Wendy and I run Wendy's Personal Pilates. So please look for me on Facebook or my website under that name. Thank you very much for joining me.